Sometimes when you're in the hills and mountains, you get the presence of an extra person, just that feeling that there's somebody else there. And that might well have happened on this trip. It's also a trip where one hill wasn't enough, and we maybe headed up a second hill the following day. Oh, lovely evening, Jerry, isn't it?
Beautiful, nice and cool and crisp.
Nicer than the last time we were here. Right, the last time you took me up here, it was absolutely pelting it down with rain.
Now the viewers will begin to think that I only take you out when the weather's pish.
Well, hopefully not tonight. So we're returning, but it's the weekend. We were late coming up. It's what time are we at now? It's after 6, isn't it?
After 6 now, yeah.
So this is hopefully going to be a double header this weekend, and this is the first head,
Yeah,
first hill.
First part of it.
We're going up, and it's got a fabulous view from the top, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's in a kind of visual sweet spot, and it's a nice short outing. Few wee obstacles on the way, but we'll see that on the way up, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we go on a bit. Tell you what, sometimes you get a feeling there's like a third person with you. Sometimes, don't you?
I can't help thinking that there's. It's just a sense of somebody
It's a
else.
sixth sense,
A
isn't it?
presence.
Yeah, it's weird,
presence.
isn't it? Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that feeling that there might be a presence somewhere around
Somebody
us.
else, yeah, I don't know why. Tell you what, it's a wee bit chilly when the sun goes away, isn't it?
It's cool. But at least there's no midges at the moment.
Yeah. It's time to go full, I think. Shall we start heading up?
Yeah, let's go.
Ooh.
So,
Here we are. Not bad, is it?
fantastic view to Ben Lomond.
I might be in the way. Hold on, let me move back a wee
You
bit.
see it there?
White Capped Mountain. Southerly Munro?
Yes. So we'll come up through the old cleared forest and all the brash and branches, and what's going to happen in a minute is the character of the route's going to change. We're going to go into the deep dark forest. It's really quite atmospheric.
Bit squelchy in places.
Yeah, near the top, and then we'll come out on the open hillside again. So it's got a wee bit of everything, this walk.
Yeah, even a dog poo bag on the...
Aye, lovely that.
Aye.
Whoever thinks it's acceptable to put their dog's mess in a bag and hang it in a tree?
At least they've picked it up. It'll disappear. It'll evaporate on the tree, hanging from a tree.
Good. Right.
Let's
on
go.
that
Onwards we go.
pleasant note.
You can see it changing here, can't
Yeah. We're about to go into the deep dark forest.
you? Yeah. Be a bit cooler in here as well. Always seems to be when you go into these
Okay.
plantations.
Right.
Oh, it's still steep though. As Jerry mentioned, the feeling of the walk certainly changes as you head into the dense forestry plantation. The incline was still steep, and we headed upwards towards the crux of the route.
Spiky bits where you don't want them to be.
That's about
This is a bit with super deep mud. But try not to even touch this tree.
We're under it. There's no way I'm getting under that with my backpack on.
Yeah. You want to pass it through?
I think I might. Oh, I might be able to go over here.
So these fallen trees have been here for quite a while, and they do certainly provide a bit of trickiness. You have to be quite agile to get over them, and I wasn't agile enough to bend down low enough, so I decided to hop over the branch. But once we'd passed that, we were soon reaching an opening in the forest where we headed back out onto the open hillside, and the views opened up again. And those views were just fantastic.
Wow, what a view, eh?
Splendid.
That. So we've come out of the, as you can tell, we're onto the sort of open hillside now, Jerry.
Open hillside, it just winds round, and it's just this. It's a wee hill, but it keeps changing its character the whole time. You're in the forest, you're out the forest. But look at those views, eh?
Yeah, the star of the show is definitely Ben Lomond. Hopefully you can see that. I'll move over just in case I'm blocking it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, lovely, and it's springtime at the moment, so there's been a northerly wind and it's deposited a wee layer of snow on the higher tops, which is just fabulous. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other advantage of it being springtime is this is really not a good hill for summer, because I don't know if you can see in the background, all this dead bracken is about to come alive, and in the height of summer it would be a tick fest coming through all this bracken. So autumn, winter, spring for this hill, I think.
They do, yeah. We're nearly there, so we'll
Right, crack
dash
on.
on and get to the top.
So,
It's not far now, Jerry.
no, and the views just get better and better from here on. There's a wee scrambly bit just up here, and then we
Lovely.
come out on the summit ridge.
Fantastic. Wow, look at that mountain. What's that one over there?
Whoa,
What's
There
that
we
hill,
are.
Jerry?
that's Ben Narnain.
That's Ben Narney.
And to the left of it,
Lovely.
is an unmistakable cobbler,
Gobbler.
which you can't see because it's totally backlit.
Oh, I
totally
can see it. Aye, I can
conquers
see
you.
it now.
And then
Wow.
to the right of it's Corrie and round to a Croy, which you can't quite see yet, but you know what? And over there to the left, I don't think it'd be in the camera. You can just make out the brack.
Oh, lovely.
It is splendid.
Yeah.
Time
Can you
for
take a shot? I'm
photograph.
going to go on. Photobomb your shot.
Yeah, so just up here, round a wee scrambly section, and then onto the summit ridge,
Almost done the final pool.
and better views.
Might just catch the sun
Every
going down
step.
at this rate as well.
They're lovely. Maybe benighted at this rate.
Oh,
Hey.
good one. That's your Jerry.
Nice
Woo-wee.
one.
Yes.
Easy and cold.
It's cold on the top, isn't it?
Lovely views, and the light's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, sun's just a way to dip over Ben Narney in there, isn't it?
Yep.
I've just got to time, so fantastic. Do you want to do your 360?
Yeah, should we do that?
Yeah, I want to go and grab the camera for the viewers.
We'll do
We'll
the
do
tour.
that. Bear with me,
It's become a
viewers.
tradition.
Okay, Jerry, give us a
Okay,
360.
Can you hear us? Yeah. You haven't told them where we are yet.
We're on a hill in the spring. It feels like the winter.
So we're on Cruach Tairbeirt,
Yeah.
and we'll do a 360. So let's start with the usual suspect, Ben Lomond.
Beautiful, and it's like absolutely
Look at
gorgeous.
that.
That's
We're
Ben
looking
Lomond
straight
just
up the Tarbigan Ridge of Ben Lomond, and if we go clockwise, so we're coming round to the right,
there.
you see right down the bottom of the loch with a chain of islands, and you can just see a wee rounded dumpling hill
Yeah.
in the middle, and that is Duncombe, which
Oh, yeah.
is the highest hill in the Kilpatricks. And then if we come right, we come on to Ben Rioch, and over there is Tulloch Hill with a flat.
Oh yeah.
So we had we had Loch Lomond there. We're now looking down Loch Long,
Yeah.
the ship loch. And to the right, we can see the flat summit, some snow on it. That is Knockconich. And to the left of that is a hill called Ben Rape.
Yeah.
And to the right of Knockconich is the Brack. And then, hopefully it'll be silhouetted, but the unmistakable silhouette of the cobbler.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
And the sun's just right on top of Ben Narnain. And coming round, we're looking now at a Croy. And unfortunately there's not enough snow in the gully to pick out the cross that gives it its name. And to the right of the Croy is Ben Vane. And then we've got the third loch of the routine here,
Oh, yeah.
of the,
Oh,
of
you
the,
can just
of the
about see it
round.
in the middle there. I don't know if we'll
And that's
see it.
Loch Sloy, the loch of the McFarlanes with the Sloy Dam. And above and to the right of Loch Sloy is Ben Vorlich, the peak of the bay. That's Argyle's Ben
That one
Vorlich.
there.
And then if we come all the way
Oh,
around,
get you in shot again. There we go. That's it.
I think that's the top of Cruach Tairbeirt in the distance.
Oh yeah, in the snow.
And to the right of that,
There's
I
some
think, is Ben Stobinian.
It's the vineyard. Yeah, I think you're
And you
right.
can see the lower peak to the right of it of Stobin Locking, which is the wee, it's above Balwhidder.
Well,
There we
back
go.
round. There's Ben Lomond. Right.
And a fantastic wee viewpoint there that we should nip across. And then we'll head down, get out of the forest before it gets dark, because the bears come out.
Whew, that's bro. Right, so we head
Right,
off.
ready?
Let's go. Yeah, after you, and you go. That light over there, stunning, going off top of the snow Heartland mountain.
Beautiful.
This is where I camped a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yep, I'll show you the spot.
With a mysterious
spot.
third person adding to our party, we wanted to head over and get a viewpoint down Loch Lomond. It's a lovely, lovely spot. So we nipped over there to take some
There we go,
pictures
that'll
before
do.
heading
Right,
back
we're going
over
to
to
rescue
head
the
back
cameras.
down the
We'll
hill.
this way.
We'll go back that way anyway. We'll just go back down the way we came up. Worry.
Okay.
Having taken some pictures on that picturesque spot we headed back to the summit of the hill to start our descent back down the hill.
A broad view down Loch Long, isn't it? And it's a cobbler, even though you can only see a wee bit of the cobbler, it steals the show, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
It's quite cold up in Narnie, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks winter. Time to drop down and get into the heat.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I must say I didn't get involved in any of it.
Oh, the colours of that.
Superb.
That view, that's a picture there, isn't it?
Superb.
I'll bring you over so you can see what we're looking at. Look at that. Light is just sublime. Unbendable, man. Beautiful. Right, that's us back on the road.
Heading back on the pavement.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading to the van. Jerry's going to be retreating.
Yeah.
And you've got plans for tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah, busy day tomorrow.
Yeah. So, I'm on my lonesome almost, maybe, I don't know. Still got a strange
Still get a
presence.
feeling there's a third presence here.
It feels like I can actually hear an extra set of footsteps. We'll see you back at the. We're going to drive up the glen a wee bit, and I'll report back when I'm parked up.
Stay classy.
Yeah, you can say your
Stay
goodbyes.
classy, Tairbeirt.
Yeah, stay classy, Tairbeirt. From Jerry. See you later.
After saying our goodbyes to Jerry, we loaded up the van and started the short journey around the lochs and mountains to get to a point where we'd spend the night, which was close to the start of the walk the following day.
Oh, right. I don't know the last bit of the camera, probably on the top of the hill. Oh no, it wasn't. It was coming down the road with Jerry. So that was a great wee outing tonight. We managed to squeeze it in. It was a late start, and I've driven not far from where we were up Cruach Tairbeirt to a parking spot at the start of the walk. It's quite late now. It's nearly 10 o'clock, so it's all dark outside, and we're parked up a very good spot for starting the hill, which might be a familiar hill to you. There's actually more snow. We can see more snow on the hill than we did from Cruach Tairbeirt, because we were looking north, so we were looking at the south sides of the hills from Cruach Tairbeirt where the sun had got to it, so a lot of it had melted. But I've driven round to the back of these hills now, which are north facing. There's a wee bit of, it's not a lot of snow, just a sprinkling of snow. So yeah, I'm just going to chill in the van, get a head down, get some sleep, and then up tomorrow to head up hill number 2 hopefully. And yeah, looking forward to it. It's a bit blustery out there, but the forecast is okay, so fingers crossed we get a good night's sleep, and yeah, set well for tomorrow morning. Right, time for bed.
With the forecast set fair for the following morning, I got my head down, looking forward to a good night's sleep before getting up for a hike up the mountain first thing the next day.
Oh, what happened to the blue skies? Oh man, get my goggles on. Oh, look at this view, fantastic. Well, good morning. As you can probably see, I'm out in the hill, and the clear blue skies, as forecast, have been replaced by snow blowing through. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's just given ever so lightest dusting on the path here, and I'm expecting there to still be snow on the tops. But this is a hill that I'm determined to get up and down, and I'll tell you the reason for that in a wee while. But it's a lovely wee hill. We got parked right at the bottom of it last night. It's just me. There's no third person or second person. We had a lovely walk last night with Jerry. But there's maybe somebody that didn't want to get up this morning that's left in the van, which is fine because I'd promised blue spring-like conditions, and yeah, winter's still holding on. So I'm going to head up a bit further and I'll report back in a wee while. Let's go. With a wee bit of snow blowing through in the wind, I headed up the hill, and it's relatively steep, but not overly steep, and those views, even though the tops of the mountains were still clagged in, I was getting enough views to keep me going. It was lovely, and the ground was well frozen with that wee smattering of snow just added to the ambience of this, well, spring day I suppose, although it felt a wee bit more like winter at this time in the morning before the sun had managed to do its magic and warm everything up. Anyway, onward I plodded, and before long I was almost reaching the snowy snow line of the upper reaches of the mountain. Oh, here I am. Oh, I'm at the bad step on this mountain, and you'll know, some of you will know exactly where I am. I'm on Ben Donich. And I was on Ben Donich not too long ago, and there's a specific reason why I've come back up this hill. And you know, I think I've timed it well. The sun, here it is. Sun's coming out. I've got this difficult down climb to do here. Oh, it's not a difficult, it's a bad step. And then a wee pull and I'll be on the summit, so I'll report back on the summit, but let's get down here first. I need to concentrate here because there's a bit of ice about. Even though we're well into spring, there's a northerly wind, and when the north wind blows, then we shall have snow, or something like that. That doesn't sound right. It's someone else, isn't it? Oh. Back your brains, Wilkie. Right, down we go. Concentrate. Care is required in this tricky little down climb. It's nothing too bad, but if there's a lot of ice on the rocks, which there was today, or snow covering it, or if it's wet, you do have to just be a wee bit careful coming over here. And looking back over my shoulder here, you can see the feature. I think it's rock slope failure, which has caused that magnificent bundle of rocks and the necessary down climb. Anyway, I was soon approaching the summit, and spring still wasn't showing any signs of appearing, and it was looking a bit chilly as I got onto the top of Ben Donich. Ooh, the summit of Ben Donich! Tell you what, it's a bit blue up here and it's not warm. It's actually colder. As I said, we're well into spring. It's colder now than it was a couple of months ago when I was here last. The ground's well frozen. It's a northerly wind, as I said, and the temperature, well, it's below cold. It's below cold? Yeah, it's very cold. It's below cold. It's below freezing point at the moment, and when the wind hits me, it's a bit chilly. I've got two jackets on, so I'm not too bad. But I'm just going to drop off to the southeast side to get out the wind, and I'll report back and do a bit to camera there because I need to sit and have some breakfast. Oh, starving. Oh, there's a nice wee spot. It's almost like a wee seat here. A wee stone that's been put down here. This will be out the wind. Wind's coming from that direction, so. Oh, let's get the bag off. Get something to eat here. Well, just had my breakfast. Scotch egg. It's quite nice here out of the wind. Still bloody freezing though, I tell you. I'm getting a cold backside sitting on this rock, but apart from that, the rock is quite comfortable. And I'm looking down. I can actually see Ben Lomond, Loch Lomond, Loch Long, the Cobbler, the Brack, Knockconach. It's lovely. It's nice. The time it's just after 9, and yeah, I'm going to get back down quite early. Back to the van. It's my son that's in the van. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm quite apprehensive at this point. The reason that I've come back here, as I said, I was here about 2 months ago, and did I mention my knee had been sore? I don't know if I've mentioned that, but anyway, my knee's been sore, and it was sore coming off this, and at that point I decided it was time to see a physio, and I've not been up. Well, last week was the first time I went up a hill, and I biked in. I went up Bansochach and my knee was fine, so I wanted to gradually get back into the hills, and to not do anything too much to strain it and set me back. So I thought, what can I try now or try next? And I thought I'll go back to the hill where it was sore the last time. And the last time I was up here, it was fine at the summit. It was on the way down it hurt. So this is going to be the test now, going down. So keep your fingers crossed for it. Hopefully it's going to be fine. I'll report back at the van. But for the now, I'm going to get my gear back in the backpack on. Start heading back down. The clouds kind of enveloping me again. It's coming and going, but it's not spoiling my enjoyment of it. So yeah, let's get cracked on. Whew. Right. Just a wee quick handheld bit to camera. So maybe just over halfway down. Good news, my knee's been okay. And the clouds lifting, look at this behind me. Don't know if you'll be able to make it, I'll just spin you around. This might give you a better idea, look at that. Lovely, the Arachar Alps are now showing themselves. It's going to turn into a great day. There's Ben Lochan, which was in the cloud all day. So yeah, it's nice. I knew that the weather was improving, but to be honest with you, with my son in the van, probably wanted to go to McDonald's. I just thought I'll get up early, get up and get back down. But it's nice to be able to see the views of the Arachar Alps now. It's absolutely gorgeous. So crack on a bit further, and I'll do a last wee bit when I get to the camper van, providing it's still there. Right, let's go. Whew, right, let's be back at the van. So my knee's actually fine, it's not any pain. I wouldn't say it's 100% yet, but little by little I'll not be doing any massive multi-day yomps around the countryside. So yeah, thanks for watching. More updates on the knee as they appear. Hopefully they're all good. Yeah, thanks for watching, stay safe out there. I'll see you on the next adventure. Right, time for a coffee and to get into a change of clothes. Nice fresh. Hello. You still in bed? So having woken up the third person and having finished the second mountain, it was time to just sit in the van, warm up, have a coffee before heading down the road. What a fantastic adventure it had been. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.